Hello folks, welcome to another video here in X-Plane. This will be a Freeware Friday episode featuring the aircraft on your screen. This is the Bombardier Global Express XRS Freeware by a guy who goes by the name of robertsv over on the org. I noticed this one the other day and thought, I should do a Freeware Friday episode featuring this aircraft one day. So that's what this is. A short flight from Canberra, the nation's capital, nation being Australia, across to the city that a lot of foreigners do think is our capital, being Sydney. Canberra to Sydney, cross at about flight level 230. It's a short hop, and an aircraft like this even shorter. So we'll use that opportunity to have a look at this aircraft. I think if you set your expectations at the right level, this could be an aircraft with some value as a bit of freeware. Yeah, that's my first impression of it. We'll jump inside for you. There we go, VC. Looks like that. For freeware, it is okay. I don't want this to be a negative review. My expectations are set, I think, at a reasonable level. It is freeware, and it's a great addition to the freeware virtual hangar over there in the X-Plane. So it's a bit of a story that goes with it. The development took the guy who developed it quite a long time to put together. Truly is a labour of love. The cabin is modelled. We might check that out in a little bit more detail as the flight progresses. Yeah, texturing wise, what can I say? Freeware. Look, I couldn't never imagine getting close to producing an aeroplane of any quality for any sim. So I'm always pretty impressed by what people are able to do. But yeah, there you go. There's the overhead panel and stuff. I've already got the aircraft started, loaded it in a started state. Is that the correct word? Loaded it with engines running, I think, is what X-Plane. That's how it defines it. So we'll go flying. I've got a flight plan plugged in, across to Sydney. I'll find us a runway to depart from, and then we'll get airborne and we'll see what this aircraft is like. Alright, lined up and gently rolling. Runway 35 here at Canberra, folks. What can we do? Can we do a heading sync? Yep, seems to work. Let's do this thing. Flaps are set. Trims look to be okay. Looking for a rotate of 124 apparently. Bringing the power in. Looks like we've got an aircraft overhead. Hopefully he's going around. Okay, airspeed alive now. Alright, V1 rotate, let's go. Oh yeah, she wants to fly. Gear coming up, positive rate. Still hearing that Cessna. Yeah, flaps up at this point. Let's fly runway heading for a bit. Re-trimming. Yeah, look, the sounds are a known issue, let me put it that way. But again, expectation. Yeah, I bet. Now you tell me, Betty. Right, what can we do about autopilot-y stuff? Flight director. Does that do anything? Flight director, this one. There we go. How does autopilot work? Autopilot. On. Can we go nav mode? Nav mode. There's our TCAS alert right there. We'll get underneath him. And what are we doing? Are we going to chase the magenta a little bit? It looks like it, doesn't it? We're sort of going to wallow either side of the magenta. We busted through. Really should have gone to flight level change at 220 is what I was looking for. Let's try go 240. First time flying the aircraft, folks, and it's not a tutorial. I feel like I need to say that, offer a disclaimer up front. 240 knots, there we go. Will it hold it? No. It's now pitching down to try and get back to 240. Alright, we'll go outside. Wrong sim. There we go. There's Canberra. Yeah, look, the texturing. Look, it looks the part, right? Generally speaking, it looks the part. I mean, Freeware, folks. Freeware. Their texturing wise is Freeware. Why do I feel like I'm going to spend most of the video saying set your expectations at Freeware? It's always a challenge to get into a bird like this after you've been spending time in, you know, quality payware over in another sim in particular. It's quite an experience. But yeah, the sounds, you're not getting any variation in the sounds as we move about the frame there at all. And I've heard that people are they're borrowing sound sets from other aircraft and putting into here. Look, if you know how to do that, and that's what you want to do, I guess you can do it. There we go, making the turn, Georgie. Thank you. VistaJet for Ferrari races. There we go. We're gonna chase the magenta. You see that? We're gonna just sort of bob around a little bit, roll from side to side. Go back inside for you. Yeah, there's the magenta. I don't know how to change the range here. We're gonna have a tailwind, so we're gonna get to Sydney pretty bloody quickly.
Altimeter setting.
Altimeter setting. Of course. Thanks, Betty. Thank you for reminding me in such a forceful way. Anyway, folks, I'll get us up into the cruise. We might duck back into the cabin, have a quick look at that, and then fly and approach into Sydney. Won't be a particularly long video, but I'll see you in the cruise. Alright, so safely in the cruise at flight level 230. We won't be in the cruise for very long. We're getting along at a fair old clip. So this is the cabin, folks. It's a little bit stuttery when I get back here. Not a smooth pan at all. I don't exactly know what would be causing that, but well done to the developer for modelling it as he has. It's not easy. Truly a labour of love. We're starting to roll from side to side, are we? We are. Starting to feel a little bit bloody seasick here. Let me go back up front for you. What's going on here? Okay. What did I say? Safely settled in the cruise. Not so much. So we've busted. We're doing 350 indicated. We got some serious porpoising going on. Here we go. I've just sort of throttled back. Is this a bug with the aeroplane, or is it something I've done? Up and down we go. Ugh. We're just going to be in and out of the red. Okay. That's not going to make for a fun video at all, is it? What can we do here? What can we do? Can't take altitude off. Is it going to settle out? Looks like it's settling now. I think. I've got us throttled way back here. N1's back to 53. It'll take us a while to get there at this rate. Got a fair bit of nose down trim happening. And other trims. We take just a quick gander at the displays here while we're here. It seems to have sort of settled down a little bit. It's holding 23. Yeah, so these are the displays that he's built in. How reflective are they of the real thing? I don't know. I do not know. And the center console. Lower console. Folks, I'll see you for the approach into Sydney. Out to the west of Sydney at this time, folks. That's Sydney Harbour. In front of you is CBD. You can see the bridge, the Opera House even. Nice day, southerly breeze. The airport's over here. Around about a sort of 4 or 5 o'clock position from where we are at the moment. Setting up for an approach onto 16 right. I'll rejoin you when established. Alright, established final 16 right Sydney, folks. Sydney CBD. The harbour. Now to our left. Beautiful. Looks like we've got a breeze from the southeast. It was meant to be sort of 150 at about 10 knots. It's currently showing 105 at 7. We'll see if it changes as we get closer to the deck. Got the speed pretty much nailed. She's a bit weird in trim. She needs a lot of nose down trim. Getting her down sort of into flap extension speed was a challenge. You want to be a little bit ahead of the aeroplane, and I'm normally about 5 minutes behind the aeroplane on a good day, so you can imagine how much of a challenge this has been. But look, purpose of Freeware Friday episode is to bring attention to the Freeware development community and thank them. I feel often I don't do the aircraft justice. I know the developers put a lot of time into this stuff, and I only scratch the surface of it. But look, if you're in the market for a Freeware business jet for the X-Plane Sim, this one is available. It's not a review, and I'm not going to give a rating or a score or anything like that. Thanks, mate. Like I said, just bringing attention to what's available out there. Saw it pop up on the org and thought, give that a shot. Don't mind a business jet. And we've got a few here in the X-Plane. Like a few more over there in the Microsoft Sim, just quietly. But anyway, we've got to make this landing. 16 right. What's the wind doing? The wind is turning, getting close to that 150 or 150 if I wanted to sound like a pilot. Alright, good to go. Gear down, flaps down, everything's good. Flaps 30's full flaps in this aeroplane.
Approaching 16 right.
Thanks, Betty. And I feel like we might be coming in a little bit hot. VREF is down closer to sort of 110 by the looks of it. So we are definitely hot. And come back on that throttle. See how we go. I don't know if I needed to arm anything or put the auto brakes on. Probably. I've forgotten to do that. Thanks, mate. Getting back close to that VRF. Maybe a little bit of juice. Keep us there. We're getting a bit slow now. I feel like we're falling out of the sky. Getting low. Introduce some power. Find that glide path again. Thanks, mate. Appreciate the call outs. Alright, here we go. 16 right. Feels like one of the longest approaches I've ever made. Now we're picking up too much speed. The speed got away from us.
40, 30, 20.
We're going to float it. Going to land flat too. Oh, we're floating this. Oh, yeah, we're going to plant it. That was a horrible landing. Carried way too much speed in there. We sort of started getting slow there on short final, and I gave it a bit of juice and overcooked it, and yeah, what were you guys probably know better than I do. I wasn't paying that much attention. We're probably 20 or 30 knots over VREF. Nice long runway 16 right here in Sydney, thankfully. Anyway, folks, it's been a Freeware Friday episode featuring the Global Express. There'll be a link to it in the description. Thanks for your company as always, and we'll see you next time.